Goeienaand mense. Good evening ladies and gentlemen. Molweni. Laat ek maar die microfoon verwyder van die staan, want ek maar so lyk soos ek nou 'n song gaan sing. Ek kan totaal nie sing nie mense. Welcome ladies and gentlemen. My name is Paul Swin and I am one of the trustees of the Northern Areas People Development Initiative. We welcome you to this exhibition this evening, of which Mr. Barry will also share in Antonio a little later. But my role as MC is also to inform you a little bit about what the Northern Areas People Development Initiative is about. We were established in 2009 as a civil society organization with a focus on community development and more on the educational side. A number of our programs that I'll just very briefly share involves education projects. One of them is a second chance matric program to offer young adults and more mature people the opportunity to complete their matric studies. The government offers the opportunity for you to write the matric exam, but those learners often don't have the necessary support, and we offer those through classes at Hillside High School. It's part that allows people who work to come and do their matric. That's been a very successful program. And then the artist on our side, Mr. Michael Berry, has been involved with art education. One of those projects involved the St. Thomas Art Project, and also winter schools that he can perhaps also touch on a bit later when he talks about art in general. He's our guest speaker this evening as well. I'm very fortunate that two of the fellow trustees that are here, an activist and educationist, and an artist and educationist, to know these gentlemen. I'm involved with the Past People Project, where past pupils from the schools in the northern areas assist with school development as well. And there's the Raymond Uren Legacy Initiative that focuses on leadership development. And there's an annual lecture in honor of Dr. Raymond Uren, a former principal of Mettelsdorp High and a community leader as well. And we've been involved in environmental projects as well, environmental education, and some of them even involved helping young people through art projects, for example, that art and craft development, and that some of them can perhaps use their skills to go on to entrepreneurial ventures where they can make money. Now, one of the big projects that we are busy with currently is a repository of information on the northern areas, where we want to gather information from a whole variety of sources so that when people look up the northern areas, they can get information on a whole range of topics from education, religion, business, arts and culture, and sport. And tonight we are celebrating arts and culture, and we are celebrating artists from the northern areas. And hopefully we will see the work of 3 of those artists this evening, and we will also perhaps be able to use this as a platform for other artists to register themselves. What we would like you to do, we are basically also a volunteer organization, is that you visit our website, it's namdi.org.za, and you can get more information there. We also have a register, and where's Thomas? Thomas Terblanche, that young man over there, he is involved with the repository, and he's collecting information this evening so that if there are other budding artists or they can fill in a form there. I must just very quickly share, this is Michael Berry, in case you don't know him, should be known. We call him Silver Fox also. And this is Isaac Matembu, our chairperson over there. And then we've got Alita Thomas, she is our new office licensed person and administrator. And next to her is Marilyn Berry, who's assisted with some of the events. Marilyn, you can wave. And who else is here? And Mikhail is recording us as well this evening. In case I missed any one of you, please forgive me. and that. But Michael Berry will then introduce the artist to us as well later on. The program is fairly short. I told you about NAPTI now, and before I introduce Mr. Michael Berry, Okay. I will ask Antonio to say something about this evening. Antonio staan reg asof mense jong, hy het nou net gedink dat ek praat van Michael Berry. So, Antonio, over to you.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for coming to our art exhibition. My duty is to speak a little bit about Cultural Freedom Art Gallery. We are a newly formed MPO. They'd like to promote artists, especially visual artists in the northern areas. Our objective is our main objective is to try and to market and sell artwork of young artists in the northern areas who struggle normally to showcase their work at mainstream galleries. It is very difficult for artists who's unknown to get their work shown in galleries in town, and that's where we want to break that gap. However, if anybody knows of some young artists who wants to come and join us, they are welcome to do so. Cultural Freedom Art Gallery management is Malbury Stanley and Mr. Wellington. Thank you very much.
Can I just ask those two gentlemen just to come and stand here, please? Just to join in quickly. Please come. I see Wellington is wearing anything you're wearing. We must get you a new top, sir. We are very happy that you're wearing our We are now, I work for the university and Mr. Berry as well. We are now known as the Nelson Mandela University. So Wellington, you must get the new top. So we'll sort that out. Ladies and gentlemen, Antonio, Wellington, and Malbury. Those are the three gentlemen that we're enjoying this evening. Thank you very much. Now we have another artist that we want to call. Now remember when we talk about these guys, you'll praat van painters, I's William Scott se manne. We've got artists in the northern areas as well. So there's another artist, but this is a different form of artist. This is a poet, Mr. Bevan Bochenpoel. He is going to share one of his poems with us. He'll tell us a little bit about it and then share it. Thank you, Mr. Bochenpoel.
Thank you so much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bevan Bochenpoel, and I'm the author of two books. The first one is As Woordespreek, and the second one I published internationally, and that one is known as Confessions in Ink. I also do aphoristic poetry, which means it gives you a short description of paintings. Okay, so one I've done is called the Mona Lisa. So I'm going to recite this poem to you shortly because my battery is not that good anymore. The title of this poem is I Am Mona Lisa. When you look at me, you see me smile. It won't cost you a fee just to stare for a while. Look into my eyes, the windows to my soul. It removes any disguise as my nature takes control. Turning me into the lady so many has come to admire. There is nothing shady that will remove your desire. With brush and stroke, I've become a work of art. It's really no joke, just to look at my heart. I am Mona Lisa. I strive to satisfy your admiration. More than the Tower of Pisa, I'm found in every nation. That's the Mona Lisa. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Bevan. Thank you for informing us about your books as well. And I think this is part of what we want to do, is to let the public know when we write books, when we have artists, when we make our own music. There's a lot of good things happening and people producing stuff. And part of the repository is to actually make those things known to the public. Ladies and gentlemen, Pablo Picasso, I must give a quote here because he was probably one of the most well-known artists that actually made money while he was alive. Now, part of your presence here this evening is to support these artists that they can make money while they're alive. He made the following statement. This is a quote from him. And it's very interesting because it's about life in a sense. And he said, the purpose of art is washing the dust of daily life of our souls. The purpose of art is washing the dust of daily life of our souls. Those of you that know Michael Berry, there's lots of emotions in this gentleman. So I introduce to you one of our own artists, Mr. Michael Berry, who will give a short speech as an artist. Thank you.
Thank you. Keep it as short as possible here. We still got the poet and then the thanks. And then we can go on to the eats.
He's doing my job now, eh?
Sorry, Paul. I've been told to hold the mic close by, so forgive me if I turn the pages like that. I haven't got a lot of pages, don't worry. First of all, thank you, Antonio, for that very brief input about the artists. Thank you. You know, it always takes a lot of courage for artists to put up their work. It's like exposing their soul to everybody else, you know. So people can say, oh, I don't like that, oh, I like that. And it takes a lot of courage, you know, to stand there and sometimes criticism, people say, oh, that's what nonsense, I can do things like that in my sleep, you know. Which they can't most times, but it takes a lot of criticism, you know. So thank you, Antonio and Wellington and Melody. It was very brave of you. It was supposed to be 4 artists. Supposed to be 5 actually. Brian is also here. But then we're going to slowly increase the artists as we go along. There are 3 at the moment. So let me talk very briefly about the arts. I know Paul mentioned, he quoted Picasso, like a well-known artist. Picasso actually belonged to the Communist Party in France. He was the richest communist that ever lived, I think, you know. And in his lifetime, Paul is right, he made a lot of money selling art. You know. But he couldn't help it. He was a very talented man, exceptionally talented. You know, his father was also an artist. His father was kind of teacher, artist person. You know, who Picasso really surpassed when he was 12 years old already, much better than his father. But we're not talking about Picasso tonight. You also mentioned Mona Lisa. The Mona Lisa, one of the most famous artworks in the world, you know, that has been imposed on us from a Western art perspective. You know, everybody knows the Mona Lisa. Very, very famous painting that the artist actually kept that painting. So not a big painting, it's about this size. He kept it with him his whole life. So wherever he went, took the work with him. There's a lot of history and politics behind that painting. You know. For 25 years, he kind of worked on it, you know, just constantly coming back to it, going away. They don't actually know even who the woman is in the painting, why did it in the first place. Anyway, that's another story. But thank you for the Mona Lisa. So art has, as Paul was saying, a fundamental capacity for life. In essence, this means that art helps people to understand things, to interpret things, and to adapt to the world around them. Just give it some thought on that. You know. At an individual level, like here tonight, art enables artists, like the 3 artists we have here, to express themselves, express their feelings creatively. They also give form, that is what you see inside, the form, the shapes and stuff like that, and meaning. You're looking at something that gives meaning for the artist, meaning for you that's viewing it, and emotions that might otherwise be difficult to comprehend. So it's putting down something there that is trying to make sense of the world. Because our lives are complex, we all live very complex lives. You know, none of us have got a simple life. None of us here tonight. we've got problems, we've got all kind of issues, we've got good things, we've got bad things in our lives. Because our lives are complex, art in many ways is a means of coping with this complexity. You know, and remember Paul was talking about art as being not just visual art. We have poets, we have music, we've got fashion, we've got film. All those things help us to cope with our lives. It helps us to make sense of life and to navigate our way through it. It also contributes to an individual sense of personal identity. You identify with things. I'm sure some of you can identify with some of these words here tonight. And it helps convey this identity to other people. It says, who I am. If you look at some of Antonio's work there, it's saying very clearly, we is. The arts are seen as an important means of communication. Communicate something to people. If you look at something like that, it's going to communicate something to you. You're going to find some message that comes out of it. Whether it's your personal interpretation of it, or what the artist meant, I think that's not important. It does communicate something. So it's a communicative tool. It allows people to access the perspectives and experience of others. So we can look at art through their eyes and say, okay, this is how Melville sees Durban Road. That's very interesting. So you can experience reality through other people's eyes. And it also then in turn broadens your reality. Because now you've got empathy towards somebody else. It's always a quality of being a human being, when you have empathy for other people. Animals, animals as well. Let me not go down that route. But animals also got a limited sense of empathy. They got loyalty, maybe like dogs, loyalty to you and so forth, but they don't have empathy like we have. That's a capacity God has given us. So the arts can ask difficult questions. It can provoke reactions. You've seen some of the work that has been done on President Zuma. You know, the one where he's standing with the jacket open. It's a copy of Lenin, painting by Lenin, leading the masses. But they did it in a very strange way. I don't know if you've seen the painting. I don't even want to talk about what they show in the painting, but it provoked such a response from people, such an angry response, you know. Some people said, you know, this is what the art doesn't, I don't want anything to do with it. For some, this process is overtly political. Art can be very political. The arts are agents of social change. Even here tonight, there's a sense that we're taking on some social issues. We are talking about the northern areas, we are talking about the conditions. We are proposing that there must be some change. You know, we're interacting in a reality with it, and we're using art to do that. The arts are agents of social change and create a neutral space for political discourse, where the voices of the excluded and the disenfranchised can be heard. That's what art does. On all levels, not just visual art. You take the rap songs, people talk about the reality, they speak about the political reality. So just very briefly, I've taken the liberty of looking at the work here. There's 3 artists here. And each one are looking at reality in a different way. Now reality to most of us, and I don't want to patronize people, but most of us, reality is what we see here. That's reality. That's the first level of reality that we see. But there are different realities in life. We know that. There's an inner reality, you know, which speaks about your emotions. That's very real as well. It's a real reality. There is a kind of outer space